Yankees Files podcast. We are back. I'm Will Harris. You're Steve Rector. You're Alec Whipple. We are all back together. And the rest of you are fans of the team that today Pacoda projects to win the American League East and gives a weird World Series odds too. So we'll ignore that part. That team is, of course, the New York Yankees. My friends, my co-hosts, it is time. It is finally baseball season. It is finally time for our annual season preview episode. I could not be more excited for Wednesday evening to, for some reason, watch the Yankees on Netflix. We have a ton to get into on this episode. And there are going to be questions. There are going to be awards. There are going to be over-unders. There's going to be a lot of stuff. But first, how are you both doing? Starting with Steve so that we go in ascending order.
I'm doing good, man. I want baseball. I want real baseball.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, the WBC is fine. It's not really my cup of tea. Totally. It's okay. And spring is kind of boring. I just want real baseball. I'm tired of this. I've been tired of it. And, but otherwise I'm doing okay. You know, the weather's good now. I, complained about the weather last time I think I was on here.
I think you
and
did,
it's like 75 degrees outside my door right now. So that just makes me a happier person. So I'm doing good.
Whipple?
I mean, it's like 55 here, and that's kind of the equivalent in New York of 75 down in the mid-Atlantic. Yeah, I feel like we were talking about before. I like the WBC. I think I watched a ton of it. It's like a nice fast forward to get you through spring training. I don't think this spring training was particularly memorable, and I'm usually like the person who says the Grapefruit League standings are a direct correlation to what will happen during the regular season.
Because of 2009.
Because of 2009. And hey, look, the Grapefruit League's gone pretty well this year. So, read into that what you will. But yeah, I'm excited. I think this winter felt particularly long because there wasn't really anything of note that happened beyond some, the re-signing that we all, probably are going to talk about at length this season when things don't go well, of course. But it's so like liberating to look at the schedule and start to see baseball fill up the weekends and be able to talk about the upcoming season and all the things that we're excited about this year, as opposed to just like checking MLB trade rumors to see what minor league free agents signed. It's just the best time of the year. So I'm just pumped for this is our this would be 24 2 3 4 5. So this is the 5th season preview, even though this is the 6th season of the podcast.
That's right.
So yeah, it's a good time.
Yeah, I could not be more excited for it to be baseball season. I'm excited to get out to Yankee Stadium. I'm excited for there to be games that matter. I'm excited to watch Garrett Cole. I'm excited to watch all kinds of baseball players and teams and whatnot. We have, as I said, a lot to get into on this podcast. And I just wanted to start with I think different people have different ideas about us as baseball fans and how we interact with the game and, what we're thinking generally. So I have 4 questions that we're going to dive into this season preview with, and they're kind of like complete this sentence. So Whipple, I'll go to you first because I think you were early to this one and you deserve credit. The non-Boston fan base I hate the most is...
What, like in terms of who I would say?
Yeah.
I mean, I have in my notes Toronto. Is that who you expected me to say?
That is who I expected you to say. And I think you were on Toronto so much earlier than anyone else was as the answer to that question.
I mean, it's going to be worse this year based on everything that happened last year. But and I think, I don't know how you guys felt, but I was really happy that they lost that World Series. And I know people don't want the Dodgers to win, and there was the dynasty and we're going to have a lockout or whatever. Like, if I had to see the Blue Jays of all teams, the team that is perpetual regression, this team that I always am so confident is going to regress back to the mean and really have this outlier season that propelled them all the way to the World Series title, I would have been so pissed off. I mean, every year that team makes incremental improvements, and they act like they won the World Series in the winter. They've never had the juice that I think, Like they had a good run. Like they had a miracle run. They've never had like the dominant season. They, their best player is someone who got way overpaid, but everybody thinks he's worth $500 million because he had a few home runs in a few postseason games. And it's going to be more of the same this year. I think the Blue Jays fans to me seem the least realistic about like what the reality of their franchise is versus like what they think it is.
I didn't realize we were going to get Whipple cutting a WWE style promo on the Blue Jays, but that's awesome. Also, I've been shy about saying it out loud, but I'm fine doing it now. I think George Springer was cheating. And we know that that's a thing that he does. So it's not all that outlandish.
Come on.
Look at the guys his age and their changes in bat speed. That's all I'm saying. Steve, the non-Boston fan base you hate the most.
I kind of hated this question because honestly, to me, I would probably, if I had to do it, I would say the Blue Jays also. But I mean, to me, it's everybody gets morphed into one group of people. It's really just this. If you're one of those people that will turn any single situation to inexplicably just like troll on the Yankees, like you just bring it up out of thin air for no reason.
There was that tweet that went viral the other day, and it was Cal Raleigh hitting a double to center field, and in a Mariners A's spring training game, and a Guardians fan was like, "This ball would have been out of Yankee Stadium." It's like, how does this happen?
Yeah, no, I know. It's just like somebody will strike out in a big situation, and they'll go, "Huh, better than Judge." Yeah, it's just like, what are we doing here? So if you're one of those people, I hate your collective weird fan base that is the amalgamation of all the losers and all of the fan bases. I hate those people specifically because they're like one team.
It sounds like Mets fans, honestly. But
yeah, it's just all that. It's just weird, and obviously it's dumb. And I can go on a tirade about this, but like I feel like most of those people know that they're just joking and trolling and messing around. But we are seeing a thing where it just like spills over into like your average stupid baseball fan just believing this stuff. So then I'll have people come up on the street to me and ask me questions that are like, well, I thought Yankee Stadium was like the smallest stadium ever built. And it was like, you just don't have to do anything to hit a home run there. And Aaron Judge is the worst player in baseball. It's like, I don't know what to say. Like, no, that's not true.
Yeah, that's a good answer. For me, I think it's still Houston.
I don't care about them.
They have this ridiculous, entitled, almost like holier than thou way about them, which is insane for the way that franchise achieved its success. And I think they've held on to this idea that they are the smartest franchise in baseball, in spite of the fact that like they had Springer, Altuve, Correa, Bregman, Alvarez, and somehow ended up with like the worst possible combination of people in that group. Like I can't stand them. I wish them nothing but the worst. And I feel the same about the Boston Red Sox.
They have this martyrdom thing about them. I don't know if you picked up on that, but they actually believe that they are virtuous because they went down for the sign stealing thing. They think they're like Jesus Christ or something. Yeah. Like, I don't know. Like they went up there and took it so nobody else would have to take the brunt of the blame. So then they walk around. Yeah, it's a really weird dynamic that
it's a weird
cultivated for themselves.
I think for them, I've never seen a fan base get kind of like brainwashed by their GM the way they did. Like totally. The Astros in 2015 when the Yankees played them in the wild card game, like did anyone say anything? The Astros beat us. I was like, well, that probably wasn't great.
Even that was in the era when the Yankees could not touch Dallas Keuchel. Like every time he was on the bat, it was Dallas worse Keuchel. Than like Cliff Lee or Roy Halladay. They just could not touch him.
No one could touch him that year.
Yeah,
he was so
true.
Good.
That's true.
I think 2019 was like peak like Astros hating, because even 2017 was like, it was more about what the Yankees were doing than what the Astros were. But
yeah.
The 500 or worse PECOTA team that I think will have the best year is Whipple.
Who's going? Whipple.
I was between two, and I want to say, okay, I think Milwaukee being projected under 500 is kind of.
I thought that was crazy too. It seems too easy. Like it seems too easy
under.
of a pick. But
I mean, they have Milwaukee at 81 and San Diego at 81.4 right now.
Yeah,
I feel like those are both kind of low hanging fruit.
Yeah, I'll go with the A's in the spirit of something different.
I was thinking about the A's.
That was my pick too. Yeah.
I mean,
this is why we all have a podcast together.
There you go. They have a lot of great hitters, and Luis Severino is clearly, a Cy Young candidate.
He's back.
He's back. I saw the WBC. I was scouting him.
When he cares, he's back. I don't know if he has anything to care about going back there, but
I think
he hates it there, right? Isn't that? I'm thinking of
him.
He
hates it there.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, look, the dude willingly chose it. Like he has blame about himself. That's totally on him.
And he's being compensated handsomely for it. I think Cleveland is also like, just given the lack of quality in that division.
I just hate that team. Yeah,
I'm with you.
You've been beaten down mentally by years of bullshit with that franchise. So you're like, all right, they might as well just pick him as a sleeper.
Well, I guess it's also like, given the way I phrased the question, maybe it's not the best answer because I don't think they'll have the best year of the teams we mentioned, but they're the lowest projected of the teams that we mentioned. So they might have the best versus the projection. Anyway, the 500 or better Pacoda team that will have the worst year is what team, Whipple?
I think there's also an easy one here, I think, in my mind.
Is there? What? You go first then. I'm curious.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I think people are looking positively at the Pittsburgh Pirates, but I think the Pittsburgh Pirates are the most likely to not be over 500.
Yeah, I mean,
they haven't done it in so long, right? I mean, when was the last time they were over 500?
It's been a while. If it's not the Pirates, like, I think the Rangers could certainly have a bad year.
I said the Astros. I think the Astros are actually a perfectly decent answer to that question.
The Astros, the Rays, even the Giants, like.
Yeah.
I think the Red Sox have no offense.
Yeah. The Red Sox, I do think will pitch well enough to be a 500 team, but I really do not expect them to hit almost at all.
I think their pitching is actually overrated. The more I've sat on it,
I think so too. Like
I think Sonny Gray. I think Ranger Suarez. Like I don't know. I think they're both fine. They're both at least Sonny Gray's getting older, and Ranger's always like I've been kind of waiting on the floor to drop out from Ranger. Mm-hmm. He's got that Nestor Cortez vibe going on, where it's like I don't know if it's gonna last.
To have a pitching focused team in that park, I think that's a terrible idea.
I agree.
And again, I mean, if they had Devers, I probably wouldn't say that. Craziness.
They could have Devers,
why do they not have
Bregman,
Devers?
And Anthony.
Like, why do they not have Rafael Devers on their team anymore?
I get Bregman, but like Devers, like you had him. I will never get over that.
Like, imagine the start of 2025, and then just fast forward to now, and like look at like you'd be like, did somebody rob the team?
Yeah.
Like, did he die?
Did they go bankrupt? Like what happened?
There was no value that came in here to offset this. Like it was just both players are gone. Like it's really crazy to me. It's really, really crazy. And that's not the first time they've done this either. It's just so wild that they don't get more heat for the Mookie Betts and now this thing. I think it's crazy.
But the thing with the Mookie Betts is like, in your like fantasy GM world, like you guys, I know it's terrible. I think it's terrible, but trading a guy when he has a year left of his contract, sure. We've seen it before. Trading a guy with like 10 years, I mean, that's like Devers and Stanton. Like, that's kind of it. And I think those are two terrible trades.
Yeah, it's
unforced errors abound.
It's great, especially when you have money. Like they have money, right. They don't need to be worrying about this.
Yeah, they have the highest payroll in baseball at some point in the last 10 years.
It's mind-boggling.
Yeah,
like, it angers me because they just don't get the heat. They don't get any of this heat. The Yankees spend so much more than them, and somehow they're the cheap ones.
I was drinking with a Red Sox fan friend who was trying to tell me that, the whole, like, we have to save money. Devers wasn't. I'm like, you've been brainwashed too. Yeah. So I think Red Sox ownership has brainwashed them. Houston GM has brainwashed their fans. Like,
Toronto
we're reminded we don't
announcing
get
booth has brainwashed them.
There's definitely a whole sector of Twitter that is thinking, "Oh, that's cute that we're saying that other teams or other fans are brainwashed by their teams." But
there is, and
it's true though.
Let them. The player who moved this offseason, who I most wish had become a Yankee. I think this is actually a hard question. Whipple, do you have someone in mind?
I mean, I would have loved to just take the MI flyer on that. If you got him on that deal, like, I think that was worth it. Starter or reliever. I would have liked to have seen that arm as a Yankee.
Wait, who'd you say? I'm sorry.
Imai.
Oh, Imai. Okay.
Because my other one was Alonso. Even though it's like an awkward fit, I would have liked to have seen another righty power bat. But I was just like, I don't know if the fit's there. So
I'm surprised you didn't pick Brendan Donovan. You're a big Brendan Donovan guy.
Yeah, but then I was like, I don't know. Are you assuming like you could just trade McMahon then?
I don't know how they'd use him
as good. The fit was there actually in my mind like last year. This year, I don't know if I could have seen it. If he was righty, maybe.
Steve, what about you?
So I have like my two unrealistic ones, but they were on my offseason plan because I wanted them. I would have loved it if the Yankees ended up with Kyle Tucker or Dylan Cease. Would have been fun.
Sure. Yeah.
Would have been great, right? Not really realistic, especially for the contracts they got, like extra not realistic. So not that mad about that. But something more reasonable that I would have wanted was really just a reliever. I really liked Sean Armstrong. Would have thought he would have been an easy, only got like $5 million, really solid arm. He's a little older, but the stuff is still there. He's been very good. Or Steven Matz. So we could use a better lefty in the pen. I think either one of those guys would have been affordable and would have fit into the team fairly well. At the end of the day, it's just a reliever, and they always develop things, and they have a million. We've seen this spring. Who's that guy that I didn't even know about who's throwing like 101 in spring now?
Cruz?
Like, Giovanni Cruz. Like I'm a guy who actually is, I mean, compared to your average fan, is pretty aware of the system. I did not know that person existed.
No.
So things like that, it's like, how much do you really want to spend on a bullpen arm? I can't be that mad about it, but yeah, it would have been nice to see a Steven Matz or a Sean Armstrong in there.
Wait, Will, can I answer for you?
Go ahead.
Taylor Ward.
Yeah, I mean there are a few.
The way it ended up, though, I mean, I don't know, but yeah.
There are a few. Taylor Ward is one. Gary Sanchez is one.
Oh, that's true.
I mean, Devin Williams.
That would have been cool
if he counts.
Oh, Devin would have been good. Yeah, he was honestly, I don't blame them for not giving him that money, to be honest with you.
I don't either, but I also think it's going to end up being a good deal.
Maybe.
All right.
Maybe.
Now that that's out of the way, let's dive into our season preview. So some of you out there have listened to a season preview before, and typically we give out prospectively awards that indicate how we think the season's going to go. I've put together some over-unders for Steve and Whipple to make some calls on, and we make bold predictions. And then we've also gotten some listener and follower questions that we'll dive into at the end. So without further ado, Steve Rector, on either your first or second, I don't remember which, season preview as a co-host of the Yankees Files podcast. I think second.
He did it last year. I think it was you two who did it.
Yeah, I had to have done it last year, right? Yeah.
Because you made the good predictions.
Exactly.
I did have
some made the Cody Bellinger prediction.
Yes, the Jazz and Cody predictions.
Yes. Your MVP, prospectively.
Oh, I don't know. It's a tough one. But it's got to be. I think these will be kind of all the same. But yeah, Aaron Judge. Yeah, Aaron Judge. You have to be an idiot to say anything else.
Yeah.
Right.
Could we also like speculate on a non-Judge MVP to like add a little? I know that was not planned, but
we're gonna get into that in the over-unders.
Okay, fair.
Yeah. Okay, so Judge. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna say anything different.
I think there's room for debate on Cy Young.
Maybe, but because of the injury stuff, maybe not.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I think you'd have to present a really compelling case to not say Max Fried. And I don't have one.
Did you pick just out of loyalty?
I couldn't. You couldn't say. I mean, I'm like, should I say Schlittler? Is that a possibility? I don't know.
I'm addressing that in my bold predictions. So
yeah, I mean, Schlittler,
I'm leaving it there.
Schlittler and Weathers, just purely based on stuff, could have that kind of ceiling where it's like if everything came together. You could see them having a more dominant season than anyone else on the team. But I think if you're playing the probability, the middle of the bell curve, it's got to be Fried.
If Ryan Weathers is the team Cy Young, like give Cashman the like lifetime contract,
or it could mean
or
something really
terrible
bad
happened.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay,
I think that was last year, right? Your stipulation that like Ben Rice would have the second highest WRC plus,
and it's a good thing.
Be a good thing.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So this one I think is actually hard because as things are currently constructed, there's not really an impact rookie on the roster. I don't know what Cade Winquest's status is, but who is your rookie of the year, Steve?
I think based off the spring, it looks like he has an opportunity to pitch at some point. I'm going to go Lagrange. I think Lagrange could be up at some point, whether that's filling in as a starter if somebody gets hurt or just pitching in the bullpen. I don't think there's an easy answer otherwise. There's no position player that, I mean, like Spencer Jones, he's far down the list. So, yeah, like a Cade Winquest or like an Elmer Rodriguez Cruz, maybe if, again, there's other injuries and he gets called up. But there aren't a ton of options. And because I think Lagrange has the best chance for a bullpen role, he's the guy most likely just to get reps as a rookie. So,
Whipple?
Yeah.
I said Elmer Rodriguez, no Cruz anymore. Just Elmer
Rodriguez, baby, you a song you make me want to roll my windows down. And
did he take his Cruz out?
He dropped the Cruz.
Dropped
the Cruz. But what are we going to do with ERC? That was a great nickname.
We're going to have to go with something else.
He can't be the emergency room, man. That's not a good name for
He's Erod.
Erod.
Like Eric Chavez in the Derek Jeter Diaries from Grantland. Shout out.
I think that Lagrange is going to make an impact, but I think people are over. I think he could be better than he was last year, but I also think like he's still. Last year he was really wild, and I don't know if I like fully believe he's like as finished of a product as everyone thinks he is based on a few spring innings. And I think people are forgetting that Elmer Rodriguez was probably closer to making the majors, and just because he was pitching for Puerto Rico, he wasn't in front of everyone's screens for a bit. But I do believe that like if the Yankees were thinking about calling someone up, he actually might be closer to the front of the line just based on the way things are going. Maybe they don't want, like, if they really want to try Lagrange as a starter, that might also impede his call up a little bit. But I mean, I like both of them. I think it would probably, Cade Winquest or one of them are probably the answers. And I think Rodriguez is a little more polished and could be the first guy up at a call up situation.
If they need like a starter, then I like a long term, hey, we're going to need it. We definitely need another starter for like months. Then it would definitely be Elmer Rodriguez.
Yeah.
But if it's like we need an arm and for a little bit of the second half of the year where that week we need someone just throwing gas out of the bullpen, I think that would go to Lagrange over ERC.
Yeah, I went with Elmer for the same reasons. Basically, like if you can imagine that they need a Will Warren, like that guy, I think today is more Elmer than it is Lagrange. And I think there will be a point during the season when they try to figure out what they have in Lagrange, whether it's like those brief couple games where they tried to make Dellin Betances a starter right before they figured out that he definitely needed to be a reliever or whatever it might be. Like, I think that will happen. But as far as someone positioned to make an impact over the longer term, just by being like steady and reliable and available, I think it would be Elmer, even if only because like that's a guy who's thrown 150 innings in a season before.
For sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
He was in Scranton. He made it to Scranton last year, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah,
he did. Yeah.
He's definitely like closer on the starting pitcher.
Yeah.
Depth chart there. But I also just wonder like when do they decide to turn to that if they just go to Blackburn or if they go to
Yarbrough
first, right? Whereas I feel like if they just needed gas, they could just go right to Lagrange and skip BRC entirely. So
that's true.
Or
9 guys
Cruz.
basically. You have Cole, Rodon, Yarbrough, Blackburn, and then the 5 guys in the rotation.
You have so many, and I feel like the bullpen could take some serious hits, and they might just start looking like, hey, Lagrange, his innings, we could limit him. We could just have him throw 102 out of the pen for a few months. Like that could be fun. So I don't know.
Just pointing out that Giovanni Cruz has negative FIP and XFIP this spring.
I can't believe that's real.
Cruz.
How is that real?
It doesn't make any sense.
No.
Wait, is Schlittler? I don't think he does, but he doesn't have rookie eligibility, right?
No,
he pitched like 70 innings last year.
Yeah. Okay.
Finally, our last award, comeback player of the year. Steve?
Wait, you forgot reliever.
Oh, I did forget reliever of the year. Our penultimate award, reliever of the year. Steve?
I would love to be fun and just say like Jake Bird or something, but it's David Bednar. I guess you could say Camilo Duvall, but I'm going to go Bednar. It's just too easy of a Bednar's good. That's it.
Whipple?
I said Camilo Doval.
Okay.
Good. I love that.
Let's be spicy anyway.
I mean, I think the upside is there, and I do like Bednar, but I don't know. Like, I think Doval could be really good, and maybe he's not good at all, but like, I'm gonna go high risk. Like, it's the bullpen. We've seen so many high risk, high reward guys succeed. So I also think you could make a case for Fernando Cruz. I don't know what you did, Will, but Bednar's not like a locket for me as like the only good reliever. I think there's a few, or Tim Hill.
And I will make a case for Fernando Cruz. Fernando Cruz's splitter is one of the best pitches in all of baseball. And when he is throwing just enough strikes to get people to swing and to be able to induce chases, he is dominant. He was one of the highest whiff rate relievers in baseball last year.
Yep.
I would absolutely concede to anyone who is arguing for Doval or for Bednar or for, whoever they acquire at the deadline, that Fernando Cruz,
I think we're being mean to Bednar here, man.
Lives in a high variance world. But no, I mean, look,
it was in AAA a year ago. You got to
have some fun.
So he did have that stuff. But I mean, like, look at Bednar's career. Like, Bednar is not just like a nice arm. Like, he is insanely
he's
good.
Very good.
Like, he's been so good.
He's very good.
I don't know. Like, it was bad in 24, but like before 24, he's insane. He struck out 12.4 per 9 last year. Like,
he's awesome.
This isn't just like a nice arm. Like, Doval has never been that good.
There's no question about that. But if you believe that the Yankees could unlock something in Doval, or if you believe that Cruz could throw a few more strikes, like, the splitter could be one of the best pitchers in baseball. Doval throws gas. He can miss bats and get ground balls. Like, I think the point is, at the back of the bullpen, there's a lot to like, even though, again, if you're going middle of the bell curve, it's got to be Bednar.
I think easily. I do hope those guys turn it forward, but you just need Bednar to be the same guy he was, and he's fine.
Yes.
He's easily going to be the best.
That's true.
What
Your
about
comeback
Tim Hill as reliever of the year? And it's a good thing.
Tim Hill's great, man. Tim Hill, like, my dad.
He's throwing sliders. He's throwing sliders like for real now. He kind of started doing it last year, but this spring he's been throwing them all over the place.
Steve, I know you didn't listen to Dad Take or Bad Take because you don't do
I actually didn't. I didn't know. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we know you didn't. And my dad's.
I saw the jokes that I didn't.
Yeah,
I saw that.
My dad's mad at you about it.
It's fine. Say nicer things to me, and then I'll watch.
My dad was like not sold on Tim Hill on the podcast, and I'm like, what?
What's to be sold on? I don't know.
But what's not to be sold on? All Tim Hill has done is be lights out since he joined the Yankees, and it's like what?
Lights out might be a stretch, but he's nice. He's just a good player. He's just a nice little ground ball machine.
I think Tim Hill had the most scoreless appearances of any Yankees reliever last year.
I mean, that's a very specific way to view that. But
he was kind of the only Yankee who didn't get involved in one of the like catastrophe blow up losses.
He ended up with a 4.3 FIP and
Yeah, but he's not a FIP guy.
He's not, but if he's giving up home runs too, which he did last year, but
at a rate that we probably don't expect to sustain.
I think he's just fine. I don't think there's any reason to be too high or too low on Tim Hill.
Tim Hill freaking rules, Steve.
Yeah, he shouldn't even be fine. Let's be clear. Like, the fact that he's fine is amazing.
Also, Tim Hill is striking out 10 guys per 9 this spring.
Yeah, that's not going to continue.
Obviously, probably nothing, and it's only. But like,
he is throwing sliders though, which
Tim Hill with
will
a
help
33% strikeout rate.
The thing is, the more sliders he throws, the more home runs he's gonna also you have to balance that out.
Yes.
So it's gonna be interesting.
Who's your comeback player of the year, Steve?
I mean, how is it not Garrett Cole? I don't know who else it would be that would make sense. Does Garrett Cole count? It's an injury comeback, not a performance comeback.
It better count.
Yeah. So Garrett Cole. Like, I don't know what's the contending like.
They're gonna rig comeback player against Garrett Cole because of injuries.
Who else would it be? I don't know who else it would even be.
It'd be Ryan Weathers.
Does that count? He's never really been there though. Like, you're still waiting on Ryan Weathers to ever be good.
We don't have a breakout award anymore. So,
well, you can't come back if you've never been.
I think he was in 24.
Sort of. What he made like 15 starts or something.
If Luis Heel like really turned it on.
Luis Heel is a better that is a real character.
Right. How Oswaldo, much? I don't know.
Luis Heel obviously had the crazy start on Friday where he was throwing turbo sinkers and like it had changed his release point and touched 99 on the fastball. Like, how much are you buying into like the whole Luis Heel thing? Because I have extreme reservations about the fact that Luis Heel is going to pitch for this team at all.
Well, I don't think that's at all. You don't think he's one of the best arms that they could.
No,
I mean, I have reservations.
I think like it's more likely that Luis Heel is never an above replacement level pitcher again than that he takes what he did yesterday and turns it into something sustainable.
I sadly agree with that.
Statement. I feel like that's a little far. Like, you don't think? I just want to see what he could do in the bullpen. Like,
at least, I will say as a starter, I agree with what Will said. I think in the bullpen, the whole equation changes. He could be a totally different kind of pitcher, but as a starting pitcher, I do think that outing yesterday, like, it gave some hope, a glimmer of hope. It's nice to see that plus stuff is still in there somewhere. I don't trust him to repeat it. I don't trust him to sustain it, over a full season. I don't know. He's always been weird. The whole thing with Luis Heel, even when he was good in 24, was that he was weird. And I don't know how long that's going to last. It's good to see he's making changes, though, as opposed to just Alek Manoah his way through the whole thing by never changing.
It's also like he threw hard. I don't know. It's when he's throwing hard without missing bats, like he's struck guys out this spring, but very few of them have been swinging. Like it's very, very weird. And if he's not going to miss bats and he's not going to have whatever like contact suppressing demon power he had in 24, like, I don't know what you do with that.
Yeah,
I have him in the bullpen.
But I mean, I even doubt. The thing is, like, even when he throws 99, if he's throwing 99 without getting guys to whiff, then what is one inning airing it out going to do for him?
Well, I don't know if that's fair. I think if he did, he's not really throwing 99 too often right now.
Sure.
If he comes out of the pen and not only the velo's up, but then all of his spin is up, and then he can snap off harder sliders with reckless. Everything could play up. You wouldn't really know till you saw it, but he could even just like eliminate his changeup basically and just go 4-seam slider for an inning and just whip it off as hard as he can. That could work. And that's why he could be something, but
the way they've handled it is like not great. Like, I don't know why this was ever not considered. Like
when have they had the opportunity?
Yeah. What was supposed to happen?
Like they've always needed a starter.
Yeah.
And he got hurt. I mean, he got hurt. And I am tired. Like, even though I wish they traded him, I'm so tired of people saying, well, they should have just traded him. Like, I don't know how fans can't come to like if everybody thinks a player should be traded, you really need to think about the value of that player. And why would another team
situation?
If everybody wants to trade somebody, there's probably a good reason why other teams wouldn't want to acquire him.
Also, they tried to trade him. I don't know how we could say that in more certain terms.
We don't know what kind of maybe there was a trade out there for him, but it sucked. It would have been a bad trade and it wasn't worth it. Like, you know what I mean? So I don't know. So
anyway, maybe Luis Hill will be good. I picked Ryan Weathers for my comeback player of the year. And
I think that's cheating. I would have.
He's not coming back from anything.
I know what I'm saying.
You're overrating.
He's coming back from injury just like Garrett Cole is, except different.
I'll address Ryan Weathers at my bold takes.
Okay, we're gonna do over-unders before bold predictions.
Okay.
So the way this is gonna work is I've set a bunch of over-unders, and you guys are going to decide whether you think they will go over or under.
Oh, thank you for explaining those rules.
My pleasure. Trent Grisham home runs.
Oh boy.
23.5.
Over. I'm going over.
I'm gonna say under. I'm not feeling good about Trent Grisham.
I hate you.
As a power guy. I mean, I think he could still be serviceable, but as a 30 home run guy, I don't know.
Dude, he could have hit more than what he had last year, honestly, looking at some of his data on it. But I don't know. I mean, I guess to say under would be to say that you really don't believe Trent Grisham is going to repeat the kind of just the kind of batted ball data he put up last year.
I think I could see it be more like 20 home runs and, some of those home runs turned extra base hits. I mean, he had like 8 doubles.
He did have like no doubles.
That is true. But I mean, but like his swing, where he's hitting the ball and playing half his games at Yankee Stadium, it doesn't totally. He reminds me of like, I don't know, almost like, I guess Didi was different, but how Didi could just whip anything over there. You know what I mean? Like that. It kind of reminds me of that, except that's literally all he does. Yeah, is try to hit it over the right field. Granderson's actually a really good one. Yeah.
Trent Grisham wins above replacement 2.5.
I think I have to say over for that.
He's coming off 3.2.
Because that's basically the question there. If I'm going to say over on the home runs, then the question there is just, will his defense rebound? Is really what you're asking me. And I think it will a little bit. Yeah. So I'll say over.
I say under, but I think it's more like 2-win player. But like, I think I don't think it's catastrophic, but I don't know. I'm not feeling like great about just things automatically rebounding. He just looked slow last year. He didn't look like he had what he had 24.
He looked slow being a 129 WRC plus hitter with 3.2 WAR. Like
defense,
but he had a 3.7 WOBA last year, man. Like,
he had a 381 xWOBA in the second half.
I'm saying his
Trent
defense
Grisham's
in the field. No, I'm saying you think his defense is going to rebound. I don't feel as strongly about that. He didn't look like he had the jumps in the field he was getting.
Well, he was hurt
in 24.
Yeah,
but I don't know. He's getting older. I mean, I guess he's not even 30, right?
He's 29. I'm 29.
I mean, I do not think he will bounce.
You're 29.
I'm slowing down, man. I don't have the jumps I used to get.
Wait till you're 30, dude. That is when it changes. So Trent might have just a little life left in him before he wants to pack it in and call it a life. But,
all right, so now that we've learned that Whipple's a bad guy, Luis Heel starts 13.5.
I don't care about this one. I hope under in a way. I don't know. I don't like Luis Heel.
Under seems crazy. I don't know if he's.
No, I don't think it does. I'm gonna say under.
Do you think he's the first guy out of the rotation?
I think he will be bad, and we will need a bullpen arm. And I think.
I mean, that's half a season. Yeah. So Cole Rodon
or 13
and a half. Everyone will be back.
I think Weathers will be too good to
not
take
Schmidt,
out.
but
if he's healthy.
Yeah.
That's the thing with health, though. I don't know.
That's what I'm asking you to speculate about.
I know Will Warren will never get hurt. So
he'll get hurt if he's really good, but if he sucks,
exactly. Will Warren is the same guy. He'll never get hurt.
He's going to do the Clark Schmidt where he just goes like beast mode for like 5 starts and then Tommy John.
So Whipple,
every time Clark got good, I just got scared.
Yeah. I'm going to say over. I'll be contrarian here.
I'll go under, but I think that's about right, though. Yeah.
Will Warren strikeouts 164.5.
I'm going to say under.
Keep in mind, he had 171 last year.
He did. I just don't trust. I don't trust innings enough right now and results. I think. I mean, if we're going to do a safe odds pick, I think it's safe to say under.
Okay.
But if he pitches all year, over maybe. Yeah.
He did make 33 starts last year.
He did. But remember, if he's good, he'll be hurt.
That's correct.
I'm going to say under.
I think under is a safe pick there.
All right. This is where we get into the non-judge MVP conversation. Minimum 450 plate appearances. The second highest WRC plus on the team. Over under 129.5.
Will there be just anybody?
Will there be a full-time player with a 130 WRC plus?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So I say the over on that, I guess. Yeah.
Who was the runner-up last year?
And Rice, probably.
Yeah. So
unless you're counting Stanton.
Stanton wouldn't qualify, but he was in the 150s. And then Rice was at 133, I think.
I think so.
Yeah, 133.
I think you have so many candidates. I think between Rice, Grisham, Bellinger, Jazz, one of those guys.
Yeah, because then Belly was 125, I think, or 124. Yeah. Jazz was 126. Grish was 129.
Yeah, they were all right there. That was really unbelievable, man. What a
Whipple, you're going over?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And who do you think? Who do you each say that player will be?
Ben Rice.
Over unders, and we're asking who questions.
It's got to be Ben Rice.
I'm gonna say Jazz in the block year.
I like that.
And then
I think any of those options is good.
Yeah.
I would also
taking his 140 WP or RC plus right out the door.
I would also probably go with Rice, but I would very much like it to be Jazz. Lowest WRC plus for a full-time player, which I'm calling 450 plate appearances or more, 88.5.
Wait, what? We're saying if somebody's lower than that?
Over under 88.5. Will there be a player who gets 450 plate appearances?
Right.
Volpe not qualifying this year because of injury.
I don't. He
automatically
could. 450.
Yeah, he still could.
It depends, I guess, when he comes back.
I don't know. So what are the candidates there? Like McMahon, Wells,
Caballero, Volpe.
Caballero probably won't be full time enough for that.
Yeah,
he might be.
Grisham.
I guess, but
you're just a bad guy.
Just get
you're
out.
Just not
just
a good guy.
Why'd you come back to this podcast anyway? Huh?
This is Will. We were talking about Grisham was not good in games we've seen, so it's the shape my perception.
Trent Grisham is not good in games that Whipple and I have attended. That's true.
I feel like the safe pick is honestly under, but I don't feel comfortable picking any of the individuals to be that person. So I'm gonna say over. I'll say over. I'll say no. I'll say no one ends up with that.
Whipple?
I'm gonna say under, and I think McMahon's probably the guy. I don't know if I'm on the train of improved
you will not
swing.
like my bold takes.
That's extreme. I was gonna have a McMahon bold take, but I'll go to a different one because you're probably thinking along the same lines.
Yeah.
Garrett Cole innings pitched. 109 2/3.
It better be over. I will be very sad if it's
under. I think you'll get like 100. That's kind of what I was expecting. So
4 months, if he goes back in June, I feel like it's more.
I feel like they might just slow play him in general, though. I mean, I don't know what they're going to be like. I don't think he's going to start just shoving 6-7 innings, 100 plus pitches every time out. I guess I'll say over still. I think over probably does make sense.
Yeah.
But
the projection systems have him between 110 and 135. I think 135 is way too many.
All it takes is one thing to have happen, and that this projection's gone, right? Like, and then not even that he'd be out for a long time, but just, that didn't recover right. Take 2 weeks off. That's not happening anymore. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
Jasson Dominguez plate appearances. 249.5.
I'll say over.
He got, I think, 423 last year.
I think Stanton will be hurt. Jasson will be up.
429, sorry.
Or Grisham will get hurt, or Bellinger will get hurt. Or someone's going to get hurt.
All right, hypothetical. It's game 2. Stanton pulls whatever, running around the base in San Francisco. Who comes up? I don't think it's Jasson.
I do. Who else would it be?
That early? If they hold, because I feel like they want.
What are your other options?
Yeah, who else are you calling up?
I feel like they bring up the backup shortstop then.
For the DH role, I mean, they need Stanton's spot in the lineup.
I mean, I guess.
I mean, it depends. If he's going to be out like a week or something, maybe not. But if Stanton is like out for 2 months, then they're calling up Jasson for sure. That's why he's there.
I'm going to say under. I don't know. I don't feel good about the Dominguez situation.
Whipple, is there anyone you feel good about except Garrett Cole? Like,
no, I like to. No. I'm saying I don't personally. I would like to see Dominguez, but I feel like they don't want to see Dominguez as much as we want to.
Interesting.
I feel good about Aaron Judge.
Team wins 91.5.
These over-unders are too well placed.
That's the point.
I'll say over just for just to be positive.
Yeah,
I think honestly the smart answer is probably under, but I'm going to say over.
No, I disagree. It's optimism. We have to have optimism.
You're just the guy saying every player is going to be bad.
Got to say optimism as I have Trent Grisham's corpse in my room over here.
Trent Grisham is not a borderline player. Trent Grisham has like a 126 WRC plus in his last 750 plate appearances, and it's totally supported by the peripherals.
Posted a 370 xWOBA last year. Like he was like so good.
You honestly, it's very, very difficult to be supportive of Ben Rice because of his peripherals, and then also down on Trent Grisham. Like,
it's just narrative ball.
Yeah.
It's narrative ball. It's all right.
Crafting the narrative.
We all play it. It's fine.
All right. So Now we get to bold predictions. My first, and for people who did listen to the last episode, unlike Steve, they'll know just how bold this is.
Let's do it.
Jake Bird misses a ton of bats, so much so that my dad comes around on him.
You stole my Jake Bird.
You stole my Ryan McMahon, so
That's
it's
fair.
fair.
I actually didn't make a Jake Bird one because I thought somebody else. I thought you would do it.
Whipple.
Your dad is down on Jake Bird. Didn't he?
My dad. You didn't listen to it either. What the hell is this? We went to a game and saw Jake Bird like walk a couple guys, and my dad just got furious because he can't stand when guys don't throw strikes. But I think Jake Bird's going to be really good.
I would love that. I'm kind of surprised he's not getting more traction for like a spot in the opening day bullpen.
Oh, he is. I think he's on it.
He's got to be in the opening day bullpen.
Is he?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Oh, yeah.
How could he not be?
Wait. The opening day bullpen is Bednar. How many spots? 7 or 8?
I assume 8.
Bednar.
They could go with as many
Hill,
as 9.
Cruz, Bednar, Doval, Hill, Cruz, Yarborough, Blackburn, Winquest,
and Jake Bird.
Maybe Winquest.
I'm thinking Hedrick. I thought Hedrick was getting the.
I don't think they take Winquest. The way they're speaking about him too. I don't think they particularly.
Perhaps not.
He hasn't looked that great.
It is a little hard.
100% breaking camp with the team.
I agree. It is a little hard to imagine them leaving or just getting rid of the Rule 5 guy immediately. But I think Jake Bird is solidly on the team. So
there's no punishment, right, with this Rule 5 thing. Like you had him in camp, you got to look at him, you didn't like it, you send him on back. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I'm surprised that more teams don't do it just for the sake of doing it.
Try before you buy.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I don't know. We'll see. Well, I really, in my head, Jake Bird was penciled in.
I think if they keep Winquest, I didn't think they would keep a Bird, but I guess it depends.
My second bold prediction is that Anthony Volpe on a rate basis has his best season in Major League Baseball.
Yeah. I was looking at his batted ball stuff the other night. Really, like, I think, I don't know if I gave it enough credit how much of it made with a lot of his quality of contact stuff last year. He really did.
If any other player had the underlying improvements in batted ball quality that Anthony Volpe had last year, people would be talking about them as a breakout candidate relative to their prior performance. But everyone has decided that Anthony Volpe is doomed to be terrible forever, so they're not paying attention to it. Anthony Volpe, I'm rather confident, is going to be better in 2026 than he's ever been before.
I think there's some truth to that. I will say, though, he did himself no favors by being absolutely terrible defensively. It just hurt his
but I don't think that's
situation
sticky at all.
No, I don't think so either. But I think that's why it's just harder to project this guy as being a super high value player with that. But I think it's a decent prediction to make. Yeah,
it's bold. That's all you want.
Yep. That's what
I'd love to see it. I mean, I think the defense will be fine. Like that. Yeah. I think that, like you said, it's not sticky, but yeah, it's year 4. Like I would like to see this start to translate. And I think maybe giving them some extra time off will help.
It did in 2024. To be clear, like it's year 4. We haven't seen anything yet. We've actually seen quite a lot. He had a 3.5 win season in Major League Baseball as a 23-year-old. Like, let's not discount.
Okay, but I think his
part.
24. I actually liked him more as a hitter in 23. I think 24.
Yes.
He was like, he's had his stretches. We'll see. I don't know. Yeah, I agree. I actually like your prediction.
We're talking about a guy who set career highs in max exit velo, average exit velo, barrel rate, expected slug. For a long time this year, he had the highest xWOBA he had ever run. Like, he was swinging hard a lot more often. His bat speed ticked way up. Like, there's a lot of stuff under the hood that for any other player you'd go, ooh, oh, I like what I'm seeing there. Whipple, your second bold prediction.
You convinced me. I didn't even give my first one.
You're jumping the gun, dude.
Oh, shoot. Whipple, give us 2 bold predictions.
All right. My first one is, I think this is the Judge Triple Crown year. I know it's the popular pick for Judge is we're going to, this has to be the year of regression. But I think last year, it takes these outlier performances by other players. I think Judge is going to be just where he has been. And I don't think you're going to have anyone even come close to like the Raleigh Bobby Witt season. So, I mean, I know it's Judge, it's not bold, but I think a lot of stuff has to go right for a Triple Crown to happen.
All right, this is a dumb question. Who beat him in batting average in 2024?
Isn't it Rise? Or no?
Yeah, it was Rise, wasn't it?
What?
Right? Was Luis Rise playing?
Or did he already
get
that
was 22.
The Padres? Yeah.
Wait, that was 22. Was it Witt? I think it actually was Witt.
Oh, it was Witt. It had to have been Witt, right?
Yeah, I'll up the ante. I'm gonna say Major League Triple
It was.
Crown.
It was
make
Witt.
it a little bolder.
It was Witt. Yeah.
So there,
dude, that Bobby Witt 24, man.
Aaron Judge wins the Major League Triple Crown. I would love to see it.
Yeah, that's my prediction.
I would love to see it.
Okay.
Now give us another.
My second one is that I think the Yankees are going to break their own home run record because I think that we have all these guys.
You think they're going to do it despite Trent Grisham hitting 11 fewer home runs than he did last year?
I think so. I think you're going to have guys like you're going to have the McMahon full season. I don't know if I love the bat, but I think you're going to get home runs. I think you're going to have more from, you're going to have more from someone like Rice. I think you get to 30. Stanton. I mean, I know it's bold. I'm trying to see where else this comes from. Wells. Okay, maybe I didn't exactly think every aspect of this through, but I think for these team home run predictions, you have to have the kind of lineup the Yankees have where everybody's contributing a solidly an average to above average rate. And it doesn't take that much more from last year for them to tack on 25, 30 more. So it's bold. I don't know.
Okay. I love it. I hope it happens. Steve?
All right. So one of mine is going to be that one of Schlittler or Weathers throws 100 innings, at least 100 innings, with the lowest FIP of any Yankee starter.
Wow.
Yes.
Taking advantage of Max Fried not being a FIP guy.
Yes. Partially anyway. But and we also got, because Cole, if we're going to say 100 innings, Cole could count in that. Rodon could count in that. I do think one of them will throw 100 innings. I don't know which one. I think Weathers might not. But I think Schlittler has a better chance to do it. But I think if Weathers does it, but I think one of them will throw at least 100 innings, and it will be a crazy rate of goodness.
Do you think it's like are you thinking like a mid-twos FIP? Like, what are we saying?
I think probably like even just upper twos would do it. Honestly, I don't know who else is going to be lower than that. So that's why part of it is that we just don't have like a FIP king on the team.
We don't.
But I do think really highly.
We don't have
both
Edwin
Uceta
on the team.
No. All right, so we're just going through all of them, right?
Yeah, wrap it up, and then Whipple and I both have one more, I think.
Okay, so then Ryan McMahon posts a greater than 100 WRC plus and over 3 F4.
Let's go.
Is one of my hot takes. He's never posted over 100 WRC plus in his career, though. Some of that is Rocky's weird. Like he posted OPSs that would have been for any other team, but and the glove is still really good.
779 twice.
Yeah.
And those were 89 and 93.
It's crazy. It's the Coors Field thing. But there's a reason for it too. So you got to,
Totally.
But Yankee Stadium should give him, I would think, a weight. He doesn't exactly, his swing doesn't really take advantage of the porch that well, but I think he's made adjustments this year to now go in to finally play a full season, not in Colorado.
Yeah.
I think that should help. And I think he's going to be good.
Yeah. The elimination of the Coors hangover should be beneficial. Whipple, your last bold prediction.
I think someone outside of the organization is going to be closing games by the playoffs. And I say that not to hate on David Bednar, but I think there's volatility in relievers.
Bednar.
No, it's volatility of relievers. Who would have said that last year? If you had said when they traded for Devin Williams, somebody outside the organization is going to be closing. I just think they're going to bring in a reliever at some point, and things might happen. There might be injuries. We don't have like Mariano. David Bednar is not like Mariano Rivera. Like he's been the closer for a few months. Things can change. That's my bold prediction. I think the bullpen will be good, and I don't doubt that Bednar could be there, but I think there might be a different closer. That's my third prediction. Different closer come October.
Do you want to name him?
I didn't think that far. Aroldis Chapman's coming back.
Oh my God. My final bold prediction.
You're trying to get it to fail, though. You want to lock me into a name, and then no.
My final bold prediction is that 30 WAR summer happens. It's just gonna happen.
It's just the most obscure thing too. It's not even clear what we're talking about with 30 WAR summer. So if it happens or doesn't happen, we could never say for sure.
No, we will. Once it is summer, I will be very clear about what qualifies as 30 WAR summer. And
is it like if you see your shadow or something? Is that 30 WAR summer?
No, 30 WAR. It'll be very clear. We'll have to decide if it's like, what the exact dates are. Is it Memorial Day to Labor Day? Is it whatever, geological summer is? Is it just June, July, August? We'll have to figure that part out. But it is team combined Fangraphs WAR, pitching and hitting, over the period that we define as summer will be greater than or equal to 30. That is 30 WAR summer.
Okay.
Shout out Bobby Osborne. All right. And now we're going to wrap up with some listener and follower questions. From Waleed at Waleed_Harani. What do you see as the long-term futures with the Yankees for Dominguez and Jones? Trade bait, injury insurance?
I mean,
something else?
I think Jasson, I've said it many times. I believe Jasson Dominguez will be a good hitter at some point. I don't know about the defense thing. That could always mess with him. I don't know how good of a hitter he will be, but I think he's going to be good, above league average hitter, which he already was. He was last year. So, I mean, that's not really a crazy prediction to make. Spencer Jones, I have no idea. I don't think there's no point to trade him unless somebody's actually going to value him highly enough, and I don't think anybody does. You can't start him. He doesn't work as a bench bat. So what do? You just wait, and if there's an injury, you throw him in there, and maybe he takes off.
Yeah.
That's where you're at with him.
I'm fully with you. I think it seems like the chatter is the Yankees value Spencer Jones more highly than other teams do. They think they know enough about him to unlock him in ways that other teams probably wouldn't want to bet on.
He's also not that young. It's not like he's crazy young. He's going to be 25 this year.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's not, yeah.
Yeah. So
Dominguez is 23, right?
Yeah. Dominguez is 23.
So. Yeah. So, yeah, I completely agree. I think Dominguez eventually becomes a solid major league starter. I'm probably taking the under on half an all-star game for him, but I think he becomes a solid major league starter. Jones, I'd love to trade him, but there's probably not much of a market. I think, eventually he gets some run and you see what you have. Whipple, what about you?
I think you keep both of them. I kind of agree with like the Steve perspective. Like, I like Dominguez. I don't know what to do with Jones, but I mean, by the time they're really kind of forced the issue by probably next year, or at least in Jones's case. I mean, Stan's only got 2 years left. Like, you could start to see Judge more at DH. Like, the spots are there. I mean, I think it's realistic to at least see what you have. I would be at this point, like, I really do want Dominguez to try to get Dominguez a role and have him, Spencer Jones, like, kind of, we'll see. I don't know. But I think they are intending to, and I think the spots will be there. And I'd be interested to see. I mean, the strikeout rate for Jones is just, it's not sustainable. But at the same time, you have the power. So
it doesn't scream this is going to work at the big leagues.
I have a mini Jones rant to go on. I have a mini Spencer Jones rant. I won't go on for that long. But I am laughing and getting very frustrated at all of the fans who will always get on us for saying that strikeouts don't matter. Now getting on me for saying that the strikeouts matter for Spencer Jones. They flipped it. And they're like, but no, why do you hate Spencer Jones so much? I thought the strikeouts didn't matter. He's got all the power. It's like, dude, there's a level where you can't just strike out all of the time. And if you're already striking out at such a rate that would have set you at the major league lead when you're in AAA, your strikeout rate in AAA would have been the highest in Major League Baseball. Yeah. There's just no way to forecast that in a positive light. You just can't. No one succeeds with a 40% K rate. I don't think that's ever happened. That anybody's been good with 40%.
Strike out like up to 220 times, but he would strike out like 290 times.
Right. And the only way to even do those extreme levels well is to Joey Gallo it, where you're walking an insane amount of the time. And every swing, every ball
he would do against major league pitching. Yeah.
And every ball in play needs to be insane. Like, you can't just start limiting that at all. Like, you have to get so much out. You have to min-max everything.
You can't hit ground balls, which he does. Yeah.
So it's so hard to see that. No, now if he's in AAA for a couple months and he gets his K rate down to like 25% for a while, like, well, then that could be
he's a different player.
unbelievable. Yeah, it's a whole different thing. But
Waleed also said, y'all are the GOATs. So thank you, Waleed. I'll pass it along to my dad as well. Clutch Guardy sent in a number of topics. Thank you, Clutch Guardy, for those. I think we've already touched on all of them.
Guardy
From not Domingo Herman at big_germ_2. One player who will surprise us by sticking around on the roster, and one player who will surprise us by not sticking around on the roster.
I'm going to say Randall Grichuk will stick around.
I'm inclined to think the same, especially because I don't think they will, even if a spot opens up for Dominguez, I don't think they want him to hit right-handed, and that's what Grichuk exists for. Like, the presence of Grichuk, Rosario, and Goldschmidt suggests to me that they all have pretty strong holds on their spots.
I think so. I mean, Boone talked a lot about wanting that
wanting the platoon.
And I actually saw that last year. It was that like Yankees left-handers had the least number of at-bats against right-handed pitchers of any team in baseball, which is crazy.
Yeah.
It means we're just being lefty but like bombarded every damn game, which is really wild. So I think he specifically wanted to counter that, which makes sense. So yeah, I don't know who the one who would the least role, like Winquist, if we're going to count him, I don't think he's going to, if he starts the year on the team, I don't think he's going to be there very long.
Any thoughts, Whipple?
I'm going to say Ascara because I feel like everybody's like, did not even think he was going to be on the team. And he probably will be a guy where people like send him down and let Rice catch. But I think Ascara is going to have a good year. I like what I've seen, and I think they like him. And Rice isn't catching, so I don't know, if they really even feel like that's an option. And if Rice is going to play first base every day, or at least most of the time, I'd rather just, go with Wells, Ascara, and then Rice at first. Like, don't try to force the issue. So, and the
I
other
think that's how they'll do it.
So what's the other one? People who are you think should be there that won't be there?
Who won't stick around and you'll be surprised?
I don't know. I mean, that have to be a reliever. I feel like I wouldn't be surprised by any reliever.
Doval is the first one that came to mind for me, just because he has such a checkered history with that stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know.
From
Hoodie Volpe, I guess we talked about part of this, which is what do you make of Heel's start today? But then would you go 4 or 5 man rotation to start the season? I would go 5 just because I don't think there's enough quality depth in the bullpen that we can be confident in immediately. That
you have those off days you could just bounce around it, but I don't know.
I suppose.
What would you do? Like Heel goes to the minors, or like I don't know what
he'd probably just pitch out of the pen, or he'd be like a long relief guy for a little bit. Yeah.
See, I thought 4 was like 4 just for the first 2 turns. I just think it's like not necessary.
Yeah, and maybe they will skip a start for someone somewhere, but I don't think they'll formally only use 4 guys for any extended period of time.
It would have made more sense if there were more injuries and you were relegated to a situation where you had to have started Blackburn or Yarbrough.
Yeah.
Then you could have said, maybe we'll just skip that time through for right now until everybody's healthy. But if you're going to have the guys that you wanted to have, just throw them. Even with Heel, you got to see what Heel's going to do, right? Give him a start.
I think it's more likely that they use a 6-man rotation at some point this year than a 4-man rotation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. Maybe.
Spreadsheet Enjoyer at Yankees Stats asks us what we spend our cash bucks on.
I don't know. I
simply just donate them back to the Yankees so they can gather them as profit.
Who am I spending my cash? I don't know. I just buy Yankees merch. That's
exactly.
I just buy all the Yankees merch. Yes.
Rob.csv at good for Rob with 2 B's asks us our thoughts on the newest Dune trailer, which I haven't seen, but I have seen the new Spider-Man trailer, and I think it looks good.
Oh man, I'm not up to date on these things, guys.
I'm so hyped for Dune. That's like I love that shit. Like those are the best movies that have come out in the last 5 years. So
I have not seen Dune.
I would think it would be awkward if like you asked your dyslexic friend if they wanted to go see Dune with you, and they thought you were asking them if you wanted to go see Nude. Anyway, that's the whole joke. I don't have anything beyond that.
I just heard the word dyslexic and I went, "Oh, he's going to do a nude joke."
Yeah, exactly. it was predictable. From BYT Bad Yankees Takes at Yankplane06, he asks, Has Steve ever been told that he reminds people of this guy from Pod Save America?
Who?
This guy.
It's not an inaccurate comparison. It's the voice.
Who are we talking about? I don't even know who that is.
Jon Favreau. He was like Obama's speechwriter, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, that Jon Favreau. Okay.
Yeah,
he's also a director.
movie.
Yeah. I look like him or I sound like him?
You kind of sound like him.
I don't know. He just said BYT just said remind. So I don't know in what way.
He kind of looks like a preppy frat boy.
Just like you.
Do I? Is that really what I look like?
What?
Honestly, hey, this guy's not bad looking. I'm all about it. Let's do it. Yeah. Let's go. Handsome gentleman.
There you go.
I'll be your Jon Favreau.
Another question from Not Domingo Herman. Give me some Volpe Hopium and some Volpe Copium. I feel like those are kind of the same. We did kind of talk about them.
You did.
It's all about, you believe the defense is going to bounce back because he's healthy, and you buy into the quality of contact stuff that improved last year.
Yeah. I have nothing else to add to it.
And then 2 from Taylor Jackson at Taylor Jackson 17, inventor of hit ball over fence. First, he just says Paul Blackburn. It's not a question. What do you think?
Well, what is Paul Blackburn's role on this team? I was actually going to ask what you guys thought about that.
I think his role is Luis Cessa.
Yeah.
I could see it.
Like,
Paulie Whitefreeze.
Nice. they need a few innings. The game is not really within reach in either direction. Maybe he pitches himself into a situation where he can be relied on for more than that. But like, I don't know. I think everyone needs a slop guy.
But isn't Yarbrough the slop guy?
I think we have a righty and lefty slop guy.
Less slop guy.
I do think they have extra arms there in case of injury. I really think it's just there just in case somebody goes down. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if one of Yarbrough or Blackburn is not on the team in like 2 months.
Yeah, I think that's fair. And also, like, a baseball season has a lot of innings.
Yeah.
Remember Carlos Carrasco being in the opening day rotation?
I went to a Carlos Carrasco start last April.
It was so upsetting.
Marcus Stroman was in the rotation.
Weren't they in the rotation at the same time?
They were. Yeah.
God.
I'm telling you, a baseball season has a lot of innings. You have to get a lot of outs to complete a baseball season.
What a shift that is to go from those two as a question marks to now will Ryan Weathers throwing 99 stay healthy?
Exactly.
Did I tell you
throw 99?
My worst baseball take probably ever is I was told my law school roommate 2 years ago. So this is era of mid 24. I said I'd rather have Marcus Stroman starting a winner take all playoff game over Carlos Rodon.
It's not good.
It's not good.
Not a good take.
I remember there was a time when someone was mad that that the Yankees had signed Marcus Stroman. So I guess it would have been before 24. And I'm trying to remember who it was. There was some other pitcher who had signed that offseason. Maybe it was like Dylan Cease or something, or been traded or whatever it was. And I was like, well, Marcus Stroman and Dylan Cease are projected for the same WAR. So would you be talking this way if it was Dylan Cease? That was a bad take. Taylor's last question is Giuseppe Calamari. I don't know if either of you guys are aware of Giuseppe Calamari.
No.
AKA Giuseppe Gallimard. So I pointed out, or one of the accounts I hate on Twitter, was talking about how the Yankees hadn't won a World Series with a manager who's not Italian in 60 years or something. And I quoted it and I said, I don't claim to know the ethnic backgrounds of Bob Lemon and Billy Martin, but they certainly weren't named Giuseppe Gallimard. And Taylor responded, fire Boone and hire Giuseppe Gallimard now. So I think throughout this season, there will be an alter ego to Aaron Boone, or the counterfactual manager to Aaron Boone is Giuseppe Gallimard, and he always makes the right choice or something. And he's Italian, of course, because that's how you win the World Series.
You just AI some image of Boone as this crazy Italian caricature. Boys, unfortunately, I can't get my thing to charge, and it's about to die in like, I don't know, I got 2% left. That's why I've been fiddling around here. Everything's plugged in and it's not charging. I don't know why. So.
Give your confidence rating real quick because we're about to wrap this up.
My confidence, oh God, I hate this. I still hate this. I don't know. I mean, you know what? It's early. I like this team. 9 out of 10.
All right.
I like 9s.
Whipple?
What do we think?
I'm on board with the 9. I feel like that's about like it's good. It's been a good spring training, knocking on wood, and
actually, okay, I want to say one thing. It has been I almost don't want to even pay attention to that, but it's been a great spring training.
Yeah.
No one has gotten hurt, and I know it's going to happen now, but it has not happened. Remarkable.
The Yankees, to this point in spring training, have received less bad news than the Yankees typically receive in spring training. That any team typically receives in spring training.
I don't know if I've ever had a spring. Like, I've experienced a Yankee spring that has been this clean. Yeah. Pretty wild.
I will also go with a 9 for the purposes of unity and uniformity.
If I cut out randomly and I disappear, you know what happened. Okay.
Okay. That's fine. No, I think the team is good. I think they're the best team in the American League. I think they are a cut above Toronto and Seattle. And I might look silly for saying that, but those are the only 2 teams that are projected as, close to or better than the Yankees are. And I just don't buy it.
Pitching. If the pitching's there, the team is going to be so good.
If the pitching is there, the team's going to be unbelievable. I think they have the best offense potentially in the sport, but at least in the American League. I'm very excited for this season, and I just can't wait for it to be Wednesday night.
Yes.
All right, parting shots. Steve, go quick.
I don't know. Go Yankees.
Okay, Whipple.
Apparently, Chandler Simpson hit an over-the-fence home run.
Whoa, good for him.
In a game that didn't count. What a surprise.
First at any professional level, but it didn't count. So,
well, that's tough. No parting shots from me. Just want to remind people that they can keep up with what we do at YankeesFiles.com. They can follow us on Twitter, where we are at YankeesFiles. The podcast is available wherever you get your podcast, with the added bonus of video. If you are a Spotify listener, the full video podcast also goes up on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/@crosstownsports. We will be back similar time, similar place next week for the first weekly podcast.
We're on schedule
of the year. We are back on schedule. I can't wait for Wednesday night. Boys, it's going to be electric. We will be back, as I said, then sometime like that or like this. I don't know. Anyway, until then, let's go Yankees.
Let's go Yankees.
And I say, hey, yeah, 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 hey, yeah, yeah. I say, hey, hit ball over fence.